An idea born out of Monday morning chats at the coffee machine. In this series, we chat to our guests about their going out experiences and how it shaped them.
Join us, Pippa
And Georgia,
team members at Skiddle who love going out and miss chatting about it.
Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Going Out podcast. Today we chatted to Ella Green, the head of customer care at Skittle.
Yeah, we took this one in-house because we wanted to hear about Ella's view of the response since the roadmap announcement in Feb, and it did not disappoint.
No, we chatted about basically how Skittle works, how her team have coped during this pandemic really, and also the response to events since the roadmap. We also chatted about Ella's time growing up, going out in Blackpool, and chatting about Solomon really, which is no surprise.
Yeah. A trip down memory lane for everyone, because I feel like Ella hinted at a lot of our going out experiences that we shared when we were younger as well.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
Today we welcome Ella Green, Skiddle's head of customer care and big time partier.
Woo!
Welcome to the Going Out podcast.
Welcome, Ella.
We're actually well excited to have you on.
Yeah.
Like, we had that chat with you in the office last week, and we just looked at each other and we're like, we should
get her on the podcast.
We should get her on because you've got like a million stories, but also we've been through such a big year. Well, as you know, you're like basically been on the public side of Skiddle dealing with customers. So yeah, we just wanted to get your insight on how it's been at Skiddle and also your stories.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks very much for having me. I feel like this is an honour.
Oh,
It really is. But I think now I definitely should refer to myself as a bit of a seasoned pro on the party circuit.
Totally.
Because you don't think of yourself as being that, but like when I was thinking about this last night, honestly, so many stories were like falling out of my mind, and I was trying to put them back in, like, no, save it for tomorrow. Like, so hopefully I can draw upon the crazy times that I've had and provide some form of entertainment. And also it's good as well because, like you say, it's been a really tough time, and like to have that taken away from you. Like, I've been like a child that's had their favourite toy taken away from them.
yeah.
Like, no.
So how have you found the last year? Let's look at it in terms of like actually you yourself. How have you found not going out and stuff?
Really hard. Like, I found myself listening to mixes, and then found myself like going to get some food afterwards and crying into the fridge. Like, just having a meltdown. That happened once, and like, yeah, it's just, I don't know how to, obviously I just described it like it's having your favourite toy taken away from you, but you haven't got that release from a stressful week at work. And there's been some stressful weeks at work, like there's been some dark times.
Like, we laugh, but that's a horrible thing to laugh at.
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
I think some people have a really nice way of putting it, like, oh, it's been really difficult, and I just want to be straight up by saying, like, it's been fucking shit. I know I said I wouldn't swear, but you said I could.
Nah, don't worry.
But yeah, also you don't have that escapism, and I will never ever take that for granted ever again. We didn't know how good we had it, but also as well, the not having it has made us appreciate that so much more. And like, we're on the cusp now. Like, I've described this last little bit as like the tease, the biggest tease.
Yeah.
And I've straight up sat in front of my mum on a Friday night and I've gone, Mum, it's really hard now.
Proper hits you at the weekend, doesn't it? You're like, that Friday feeling that you usually get, I've just not been getting it like for months probably now.
I went into Tesco with my housemate the other week on a Friday, and I'd had like a busy day at work. You know, when you finish and you're like, on a Friday normally in a normal world you'd finish and you'd be like, oh great, I'm buzzing, I've got these plans. And we walked into Tesco and I was like, I can't wait till we come in here and get some pre-drinks and like a really shit pizza because we need to eat something before we go out. And I just felt like that's buzz I've not felt in so long, but I wasn't even going anywhere.
And you forget that like that meant something to you, because you'd never think twice about going to Tesco on a Friday and being like, right, I need to eat something, and now even that is significant.
Yeah, I feel like you've summed it up though. We had this chat the other week, didn't we, where you said I was saying I was finding it hard since the roadmap, no, not since the roadmap was announced, like in fact knowing that it was still going to be a while until we were going to go back out, and you were like, yeah, it's just because you can't blow off steam at the weekend. And I feel like you've summarised it to a very good point.
Yeah, and I also like sometimes feel guilty for feeling that, but with that I'm just acknowledging literally how I am feeling. And where was I going with that? Oh, my brain's failing. See, this is what this period's doing to me. I just like brain
conversations. How do they work again?
Yeah, no. Basically, we're in a really, really, really busy period. So, like, since the roadmap was announced, we've just literally gone from like literally me holding the fort with the rest of the team on furlough to like everybody in. And we've got the good problems now, like people are wanting tickets for sold out events, or the promoters are like, I'm so happy for the promoters, like they've been waiting in the wings ready to release these shows and get them on sale, and it's like boom, and it's just like crazy good. Whereas stark contrast, 12 months ago, it was like people were getting refunds, they were moaning at you like, when's this event going to be cancelled or postponed, and da 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 da. And now it's like we're really busy, like tenfold busy, but it's like, we're gonna be going out again soon. So yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing.
So for those that, well, I suppose it's easy for us to talk about customer care, but what does customer care cover to anyone that's listening?
In Skiddle?
Yeah.
Well, obviously in Skiddle. So we cover all of the customers that may reach us via social media, obviously like email, or they'll go onto our help centre and raise a question, and we, you know, we take care of anyone that's got a general ticketing query. We also take care of our very prized Trustpilot and reviews scores.
Yes.
So very proud of those. And there's a lot of hard work that goes into everything really. But yeah, I guess my role is that I say I take care of the team that takes care of our customers.
Yeah. And we do phone calls, which other ticketing outlets may not.
And I remember using that ticket line even before I worked at Skiddle, and I by accident put the wrong bloody postcode on my event ticket, and I was like, what idiot does this? And I rang up, and I remember speaking to someone and being like, oh, wasn't that lovely? Like an actual person just dealing with and I think that goes such a long way at the moment, actually hearing someone's friendly voice.
Yeah, I've when I was when I was on the front line myself, like you'd get people calling up going, oh my goodness, like I didn't expect to get through to someone, I was just halfway through making a brew. Like, and because they got through to you like actually quite quickly as well. And because I'm so in, like this is my problem, because I'm so in Skiddle, right? I live, eat, sleep, breathe, rave, repeat, Skiddle, and I don't really think about there's any existence of any other companies. So sometimes when I think about like the comparison, like we're just here doing what we do, but you forget like actually how good it is. So yeah, I really need to like get that perspective and take that step back.
I think with a lot of other brands, it's really hard to actually get in touch with someone as well. Like you've been there and you're Googling like, how do I speak to so-and-so at this so-and-so company? And I love how ready and available it is with our team.
Yeah, it's definitely a credit to the team. Like, you know, it's not easy, like sometimes being told that you want the company to go bust or however many times a day, especially at the bad times. So you've really got to have like a thick skin. And I guess like when we do expand, one of the things that I'm not gonna sit here and say to someone, oh, you know, it's all unicorns and flowers. You know, you're gonna be prepared. Like, don't get me wrong, 95% of our customers are amazing, but you will get the odd one that's just like having a bad day, and they need to like vent to someone, and there's usually a good reason behind it, like the process isn't quite fair to them or whatever, and they'll call up and they'll have a vent to you. You just got to let it be like water off a duck's back. Yeah, you know, there was one day I think where it was back to back, something had happened, and their customer had like called up, and it had been quite a heated call. And I just literally was like, right, well, I'm really sorry you feel that way. Put the phone down. And you could hear like it was Liam that was in, you know, privy to this conversation. Yeah. Videographer, Skittle. Yeah. Legend. And I was literally like, da 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 da. Okay, thank you, bye. And then it literally, the phone rang straight away, and I just straight away went back into my phone voice. I was like, good afternoon, you're through to Skittle Customer Care. My name's Ella. Can I start by taking your first name, please? Because I do not know how you went from like that call that was so heated into then just snapping back. And that's part of it, isn't it? If you sit there like going, oh my God, I've just had the worst call ever, it's ruined my day, you'll never get through.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I had the
do.
joy of working on a phone line across somewhere in my life, and but mine was more of an answering service situation. So I was acting on behalf of like hundreds of companies. I had to pretend that I worked at that one particular company. So it's not really dealing with customer service, but there was a lot of RT people. And I personally found it really hard to do what like you've just been talking about. So I feel like that then makes me a bit more conscious of whoever's picking up the phone to me. But it would be good if everyone thought that there is an actual real person on the other side of the phone, or someone that genuinely does want to help you. Like, people don't work here to be an arsehole, do they? They want to help.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you do have to genuinely want to help. Sorry, I'm fiddling around with that notebook. I need to check it on the other side of the room. Don't know what its purpose is. Yeah, you do have to genuinely want to help people. And I think like when you compare like other customer care jobs, like I started out answering the phone for Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and it was an actual physical phone, like with a handset, and it'd ring. I hate this. I can't stand the sound of a phone ringing now. Like, I don't take phone calls.
Is it a trigger for you? Like,
I don't take phone calls out of work. Like, my mum will ring me. It could be an emergency, and I'm like, no. How bad is that? But yeah, it's an intense job, like I say, and all credit to anyone in any company working frontline throughout the pandemic.
Yeah. I think that's the key, isn't it? During a pandemic, like, that's madness. What's like the positives you've taken from it? Like, there must have been a shift when we had like the roadmap, like we just mentioned.
Yeah, like I say, the difference in customer queries that you get in, and people are just like actually excited now, where it was all doom and gloom. Now you've got people like, we implemented the booking fee credit system.
Yeah, tell us more about what that was.
So I think it's absolutely brilliant. And whereas other ticket companies, you know, an event gets cancelled or postponed, you wouldn't expect to receive your booking fee back as standard. There's a misconception within, you know, customers whereby they don't quite realise that we work like, or it can be a misconception, sorry, not all customers, but they don't realise you've got like a multitude of costs that booking fee covers. So, you know, admin, customer service, website development, this, that and the other, you don't receive that back regardless of whether that event's cancelled or postponed. It's not your fault, granted. However, we still have our bills to pay, of which there are many. And what was the question again? It's me going off on a tangent. What is booking fee credit?
Yeah.
We'll get there in the end. So then, so what we've done is, where, you know, there's lots and lots of events getting cancelled or postponed. So what we've said to customers is, yeah, we can't give it you back in cash. However, you can put that towards a future Skittle booking. And now there's loads of things that you put that towards, and it's just like a cycle of goodness.
Yeah.
So there's lots of people spending their Skittle credit. How good is that?
That's lush.
Like,
especially if you forgot about it and you go on to buy a ticket and you're like, oh, got some quids off here, that's so nice.
Absolutely. And there's like, where is on Twitter as well, actually, like there was people saying, oh, I've had to delete my Skiddle app, and like tear emoji by Skiddle and all that. Now it's like people are saying my Skiddle app's popping off with all these notifications, and like all my Skiddles tickets are filling up again, and it's like, yes,
I feel like we should talk about that, because it's so nice to see on Twitter, particularly the amount of people that mention Skiddle. It's like, and you obviously see it all day every day, so it's like these people are like our brand advocates, and we don't do anything obviously we've got an amazing customer care team and we sell them tickets to whatever they want to go to, but people just do that and it's been amazing to see what's been coming through since the announcement.
And that's definitely been helping even us just be excited for the return of everything, because everyone else is getting excited. Oh, it's a great feeling.
I think I made a note of some emails from Skiddle confirming rave dates. I could cry. Bless up to the Skiddle app. No Mickey Mouse queue, straight to checkout.
I'm sure there was a Mickey Mouse emoji involved, not an emoji, GIF involved there.
Yeah.
GIFs they brighten up my day.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to see like the incredible GIF usage from Skiddle, just go to Skiddle Help on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm prepared to be entertained.
Yeah. Or all these Skiddle notifications are turning me on for summer. That was a saucy one.
That was a saucy one.
Said I wasn't going to buy event and festival tickets because you never know. A day later, there's 3 tickets on my Skiddle and contemplating buying my festival one.
Oh, it's so sick.
That felt so good logging onto Skiddle then and buying a ticket. Jeez, get me there.
Do you know what? I'm actually jealous of customers, yeah, right? Because I was saying this to you the other day, Pippa, like, because you're so in it and you like everything's going a million miles an hour now, I've not had a single second to sit and think, right, what do I want to go to this summer? Like,
totally.
So all the tickets have sold out. I've just about managed to buy myself a Kendall Calling ticket, which probably took me the best part of like a week to like build myself up to it, and then I've finally done it. But I don't know what I'm going to go to.
When's Kendall Calling going to be?
Kendall Calling's at the end of July.
Oh, I fancy that, you know. That was my plan to go to it 2020, but obviously we all know what happened. It didn't happen. So I need to pick up my like brain of 2020 and like actually think about what events I want to do. I'm just kind of like do.
Yeah.
You need your own like events and festivals roadmap.
Yeah.
Right, okay, by this time I want to have done this many social distance events, and then I can think about the festivals, and that's my...
Then we'll move indoors.
Yeah.
Then we'll do whatever we want.
And then we'll just do everything by the end of it.
Have you seen any that have come on sale over the last few weeks that we didn't have before that you're like, whoa, this looks sick?
Square One.
Oh yeah.
That
That one killed it, didn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
sold out in a chuffing nanosecond.
Yeah.
Did any of us get tickets? No, we probably forgot.
Absolutely not. I'm going to be stood outside waving like, can I come in? Hi. What else? So Homo Electric, that literally came and went in the blink of an eye. But obviously Homo Electric we've had on sale before, but like just you know that's going to be like gold dust to try and get a ticket to that. Knowsley Social, Open Arms, the dining, like all the food related ones.
And it's fun because these events are such like a reflection of like the rules as well, so they're like all like, I don't know, they probably would have been there in a different format, but now it's kind of like social distancing and they're all embracing that change. It's great.
Do you know what, right? I feel like a social distance event suits me fine because you get your own allocated space. You get, because I'm a little bit older now, I like to have a sit down halfway through, you know, rest my legs. I'm feeling a little bit sore. So God, I sound so old. But I like the fact that you do have your space, and I'm not ready to be pushed and shoved just yet. Like I want to ease myself back into it, and I like the idea of table service as well, because I'm like really lazy.
Yeah, I want this table service to just stay forever. It's so great.
Yeah.
Just order it on a little app and it comes straight to you. It's like, what more do you want?
Yeah.
This is amazing. You don't have to miss out on any friend conversations or anything. Everything's just brought to you.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna be I'm probably gonna need a season ticket to Social Avenue because it's only down the road, and I feel like I've been pulled away from Manchester because I live like in the sticks, to whereas like you guys live in the heart of Manchester, you can feel it. Like I don't feel anything.
I saw you at one last year, didn't I?
Yeah.
Social Avenue. It was really good.
Which one did you go to again?
Was it Darius Syrossian?
Yeah.
I don't know. Never know how to say his name.
Steve
Yeah, it was
Lawler
really
there
good.
as well.
Yeah,
Sick.
it was really good. It was like nice to have tables, and you're in your little yellow box. No one comes near you.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about anything. Like, why didn't we think of this concept before? I don't get it. Obviously, for obvious reasons, because
You wouldn't have to think
the more
about
people,
it,
the more
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
The concept of standing in a crowd next to a person that you don't know, like touching you, their
Especially
clammy
like,
skin.
armpit in your face.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not ready for that yet. It's a bit much.
Maybe psychologically, as the roadmap gets a little bit more free every time, we'll come round to the idea a bit more.
Yeah, because when you're not in it and you're looking, it looks a bit far away, doesn't it? All them expectations, but we'll get there.
Yeah, it is.
Slowly but surely, we'll support each other through these difficult times.
It is a thing though, like getting back out there. It is going to be a challenge for a lot of people. Like,
yeah, when we did that podcast with Emerald, she was like, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm actually like anxious to go to an event.
As it looms, I think the same.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't even know what exactly I'm anxious or nervous about, but I don't know, just like the whole thing. It's like, ooh.
Well, I'm nervous about, like, am I going to be able to find an outfit that fits? Because I've been actively strangely, I've been trying to put weight on in lockdown, and I've been very successful, I can say. So,
yeah, but you've been absolutely smashing the exercise.
Yeah.
Been smashing food.
No, but you've
like
been...
nobody's business.
Yeah, but everyone has.
I know, but that, like, yeah, that has certainly got me through that, and Married at First Sight.
Oh, a bit of maths. We can have a whole podcast episode on maths alone.
Yeah, maths. I just know what that is now.
Yeah.
Just down with the kids.
Quick maths.
I saw a funny meme actually this morning that was like getting those summer bodies ready, and it was like, summer's gonna get anybody that like I feel like I've ruined the delivery of that. But summer is basically getting anybody I bring out of lockdown. Do you know what I mean? To say like, summer doesn't deserve my ultimate body. It's just gonna get whatever it gets.
Get what you're given.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All guns blazing.
There in the end.
I feel like we'll all just be so desperate to get out, we won't really care.
Yeah, very true.
I'd rather just go and enjoy something.
Totes.
Yeah.
Jeans and a nice top, pub.
Yeah, jeans and a nice top.
I think I'll be less bothered about what I wear, this time. So I feel like in the lead up to events, I would not obsess about it, but I'd be like, you'd want to feel comfortable in what you're wearing. And now I'm going to be like,
yeah, I'm scared of spending the money. Like, I've been like doing all right, but not been buying clothes, maybe the odd pair of leggings.
Yeah.
Just to get through because the other ones are threadbare. But now I'm a really bad though, because I do like to buy something new for an event.
Yeah.
So it's gonna spend my money.
God, saying that, I have so much loungewear.
Yeah, I know.
I went into lockdown with like one pair of trackies and coming out
Social
with
Avenue should do like a loungewear special.
Please, right? Because I actively I've got a problem with jeans now, to the point where like there's a pair covered in like cat juice food where I've chucked it in the bin, and then I've put some cat food wrappers on it. I was like, that wasn't a good idea, but you're still going in the bin.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, jeans, no. I'm a leggings or trackies girl now.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be a new thing.
Yeah,
a new trend.
Everyone's got so much nowadays.
I know. But we want to talk about your actual going out experiences as well.
Let's get the juicy stories out.
So, where are you originally from, and where did you start going out?
Well, I'm originally from Brighton, but moved up when I was 12, so I didn't do much going out down there, obviously. And then moved up here, and most of my going out stories are from good old Blackpool.
Nice.
I left home like up sticks and left at 17, like, see ya, mum, wouldn't want to be ya. And then so I can't really remember which way round this was, but I do have memories of doctoring my provisional driving licence on paint. Classic tactic, it worked.
Some high stuff there, paint. That's very.
I know. I can't remember what I did though, because my birthday's like 1988, so I'm pretty sure I deleted it and made it look like 1983.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even know how that worked, because I definitely didn't look like that age.
So wait, you did it on paint?
Yeah.
And then what? You printed it out?
Printed it out, and then it was like, oh, I've had to send it off because I've passed my test.
Oh.
Please, can you let me in? Flutter your eyelashes and smile sweetly. And yeah, so that was probably like in like sixth form, and yeah, I started going out. We'd always go to like a pre-bar called Schofield's, and then you'd go to the big nightclub there, which was the Syndicate Super Club, which is proper legendary because it's got like a revolving dance floor in the big arena.
Whoa.
Honestly, the fun you can have on a revolving dance floor.
How does it move? It's like a complete...
Yeah.
circle.
Wow.
You'd go on it, and obviously if you were a bit drunk, you'd have to be careful that you didn't break your ankle.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is quite dangerous. I feel like I would have a lot of issues on this dance floor.
Well,
Injuries.
I've had a fight on the dance floor.
I can just imagine it going round.
And then so there was that. There was Sanook, and I actually ended up working at Syndicate when I left school. I was a bit of a bum. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So then I was like, oh, can I be a promotions assistant? And they're like, well, you're 17, so you're not really supposed to, because you're not serving alcohol. So yeah, I'd do Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights there. Got paid $7.50 an hour, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
For like a 17-year-old. And I'd stand on Talbot Square on a Saturday night, freezing cold, whether it would be summer, winter, whatever. Like, you going Syndicate tonight? Yeah, get your vouchers, yeah. And you'd be in contention with the Sanook crew. But yeah, you ended up getting on with him, and it was all right. You weren't like scrapping or anything.
What would you be giving out, like free shop vouchers,
Like wristbands?
and stuff?
Yeah, just like cards, but you weren't actually allowed to do that in the end. So you had to do it a different way. I think there was some I don't know, some trading standards thing or whatever. Like if you got caught with these cards in your hand, you'd be busted.
I eat them.
Like you just hide them in your jacket. Like, you know, mate. And then so I started working there, and I think at one point I had like 4 jobs. I was working at Schofield's bar, on the bar. I was working at Syndicate as a promotions assistant. I think I was working at a strip club, not as a stripper, but as a promotions assistant. And then I started working at the bank at Barclays. So yeah, I was juggling.
Barclays is a bit of a change of pace from the strip club.
Maybe needed.
Is that your daytime job?
Yeah, that was when I started taking things seriously and realised I needed to do an actual job. So yeah, I started working there as a cashier. I could never balance my till. So that's like my going out days. Not forgetting, actually, there was another club called Hush and Rumours, and at that point you'd go, it's like R&B, rap. It was absolutely brilliant, and you'd go and you'd dance. You'd dance until you couldn't dance anymore. And I'd be drinking vodka Diet Coke and then Jaeger bombs, and I'd take £30, and that would get me my taxi there, my drinks, and it'd probably get me a burger, chips and gravy or whatever.
Wow.
On the way home as well.
That's
Miss those nights.
I know.
Where it'd be like £1 a drink.
Yeah. Like £1.50 a drink.
Yeah.
And it's like a penny in. That used to be when I used to go out in town, that factory, it'd be like a penny in, and they used to be like, can I you need to pay like a penny.
And what if they how
I'd be
many
like,
people
"I've got
would they have
5p."
through the door though? They'd make like £5. Obviously they'd make money on
Yeah,
top.
I think it was a student night, that. But
That's amazing.
I used to think that they're not going to charge a penny in, it's just free entry, but the guy on the door was like, no, I need your money in, and I'd be like, here's 10p, I've got the next 10 people in.
Yeah, mate.
Money bags over here. And that was like quid drinks, and it'd be like vodka, Red Bull.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like now, I think I'm old enough to say back in my day, I've struggled to accept it, but do you know what? Sod it, yeah, back in my day, it was like this.
I guess it's hard to compare, because I bet you go into different events than you were when you first went out. Natural progression into just different styles of nights out.
Completely different. As I was saying earlier, I was literally on my notes last night. I love a list. So I was listing all the festivals I've ever been to. I was listing all the different events that I've been to. And when you look the comparison, and then you've got Homo Block 2019. It was 2009. That is the pinnacle of events.
Yeah, we spoke about that before, haven't we?
A few times.
I
We love this.
I think that was probably the best thing I've ever been to. In terms of a large scale event, not a festival obviously,
How
but it is a
meaningful
festival.
is it that it happened, and then obviously March 2020 happened, and that's the last big event?
I know. And also as well, what was really good for me, and when I was watching the Homo Block documentary, which I think I actually feature in for 0.5 seconds. So we went to the Homo Block at Hidden a few months or a few weeks before, and so I went to both events. So I was like, oh my god, this is like so special. And then you couldn't, and now they've like sold tickets again, and I'm probably not going to be able to go because they're fully sold out. But that's the best thing, to watch something so brilliant and to know that you've experienced it, and like in 20 years time I'm gonna be able to say, oh yeah, I actually went to that event, and they're gonna be like, that was a legendary event of that time.
Yeah.
So
and for Homo Block, that was the first Homo Block they've ever done, and haven't they released the date for like November this year to do the next?
Oh, have they?
And I just feel like really glad that I went to the first ever one. And it's only ever going to get bigger and better, but to know that you were at the first one.
Yeah. Who did you go with?
My friends from uni. Yeah.
We didn't cross paths that night, did we?
No, I know, but then all of Skiddle was there.
Well, I seen Liam bobbing about. I saw David like accidentally flash my nipple at him. I went, went to get my phone out. Oh, just accidentally flashing my nipple. And he was like, all right, just carry on. So I can't wait to get that top out again. It's like one of those chainmail silver tops, like
nice.
Proper like classic
raver.
Yeah.
I have this like top, and it has loads of like dangly tassels, and I only ever wear it at like festivals, and like loads of the tassels has come off, and I saw it the other day and I thought,
can't wait to wear you.
I've not seen you in years. It feels
an old friend just waiting to be called upon.
She's there in my times of need.
Oh.
So going back to Blackpool, like it has got a little bit of a stereotype with nights out for like stag do's, hen do's. What's it like as a local? Is that like annoying, or do you like it?
I buzzed off it. Like
I can imagine you love that.
Yeah,
like the party vibe. Imagine that you're like, yes.
It was great fun. It was great fun. You'd have like the punk weekend at Winter Gardens, and then the farmers weekend. Like the punks were actually way more behaved than the farmers. The farmers came like wreck the town.
So tell us more. I don't know what this is. Is that like an actual like convention of like farmers?
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I don't know if it's like but it would be the weekend that they'd come, and it'd just be like loads of t-shirts with like random things written on them and flat caps and stuff. But they really go for it. Oh my goodness me.
Who, the punks or the farmers?
The farmers. Yeah.
Like farm, drink, rave, repeat.
Yeah. But no, like everyone used to know everyone, and it was like because I worked at the Syndicate and had friends that worked at other places. There was one night actually called Randy Ron's that a friend started. Hi Alex, if you're listening. And he used to get these girls, and Randy Ron was like this guy, you didn't know who he was, and he had the Randy Ron girls, and you were dressed in like sequin shorts, bright pink thigh length socks. Did I say socks already? But a black top. You probably have your boobs what boobs you had, like pushed up in a push up bra, and like slapped on makeup, you know, and you'd be the party vibes, and what would happen is he'd supply you with booze, and that was like your payment, not your payment because that sounds a bit wrong, but you'd get to go and be like the centre of attention, because I just went out all the time basically. I never really had to pay in any places. I'd be like, to my mates, speak to the door and just tell them I'm coming in. Like, not a celebrity whatsoever, by the way, but just you get to be like friendly, don't you? So then you didn't have to pay £3 into Shea Bar, like, and that'd buy an extra couple of drinks. So like, winner. But yeah, it's not like that now.
I feel like we do have to chat a little bit about Skittle Parties, because they're always
big.
I feel like to an outsider of the company, you might have heard about Skittle Parties, but you don't really know what Skittle Parties are like.
I'm really sweating now. Like the perspiration is real.
I've only had the pleasure of going to 2 Christmas parties thus far.
Yeah, I've only had one.
Our birthday party. and a barbecue. I think that was
But
it.
even just like a night out with people from Skiddle always escalates an extreme amount.
I know. Well, I was even jealous when you were talking about that night when you went to Hidden and went to Flamingos.
Flamingos.
Oh, yeah.
I actually was at my parents' yesterday and I saw Flamingos' new improvements, and the improvements are good.
This is the most exclusive ticket on the market.
I think we've chatted about Flamingos
We
in
will.
our end of series 1 chat, but basically Pippa's dad's got a club in the house called Flamingos, and I feel sorry for you. A lot of people that aren't really going to get to see it, like the general public.
It's
but
legendary.
it is.
It's a 10-cap venue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
it is actually. It's not that big.
Intimate settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you know
Funny.
all the wording for events.
Yeah.
To make it sound better. Intimate settings.
We could actually put some tickets on Skiddle and see how fast these sell out.
Do it.
As a test.
You write the description, Ella.
Oh, I love writing about events.
You're good at it. You're good.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah,
But
Skittle
Skittle
Parties.
Skittle Parties, right.
So you've been at you've been with the company longer than me and Pippa have.
Are you the longest serving Skittle member right now?
I think Chris has been here longer than me, for sure. And then Jamie's been here the longest, like on and off.
So definitely like top 5, top 3 longest serving Skittle member.
Yeah, like longest. I've kind of self-given myself, if that makes sense, the longest continuous serving manager, and I'm going to take that.
Nice. What made you get a job here?
Good question. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I was working at the Pleasure Beach, getting asked on a daily basis if the big one was open. I'm getting sick of it. Yes,
Is that a euphemism or is that just a
Blackpool,
just a flat question? The people wanted to know if the big
They
one was open.
genuinely rang
Oh
up.
right, I thought you meant it's like
Hello, is the big one open?
No, it's not.
Oh, why?
Because it's too dangerous. If we open it, you will die.
Oh, okay.
The big one is so scary. Like honestly, I've only been on it once, and I remember going up and just literally looking down. That's the scariest bit when you're going up and it
Yeah, and
stops
it
for
tips.
ages, and you're just like, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Am I gonna die?
Yeah. So like people just like they would just like apply unnecessary pressure, and you felt like you were the reason that it wasn't open.
Like it
Like
was
it's
your
your
decision.
responsibility. Like
it's windy up there.
Very. It's so
Another day.
tall.
It is so tall.
So tall. So yeah, anyway, I was working there, and one day I checked my emails, and there was this email. I remember it was like yellow coloured, I think, because that was the Skiddle colours at the time. It just said, "Would you like to come and work in our call centre?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So I was like, I just need like a stopgap job. Like anything is better than the Pleasure Beach at the moment. No detriment to the Pleasure Beach, but it wasn't that great of a job. Sorry, not sorry. And so yeah, literally got interviewed by Rich, and like the rest is literally history.
That's crazy
Started
that
off
you
answering the
started as
phone.
like just thinking it was going to be a stopgap job, and then it turned into like, well, this life that you've got now. It's amazing.
I know, like I'm not afraid to admit that like every day in Skiddle is like a school day, and I blag every day, but I like learning that way, because you take more pride, I think, in stuff when you get somewhere.
Yeah.
So like I've made some huge mistakes as Skiddle in management. Like honestly, if there's a managerial mistake, I've definitely made it. But I'm still here. So
And if you've learned something from a lesson, then you've taken
Yeah.
something of it.
yeah.
No one can get through a work life or career having never made a mistake, and that's when you learn, don't
Yeah.
you? So
Yeah. Others will tell you like I proper like to do a thorough job, and that can be to your detriment sometimes, like having a perfectionist kind of attitude. So yeah, I kind of have to like work on that every day, and just also like just trying to take that step back. But anyway, this isn't session therapy. Sorry about that. This is more for my other person that I pay £45 an hour. I'm only joking.
good to know you've retained that information.
Yeah.
Fight or flight.
Wait, I feel like we didn't chat about Skittle Party.
Yeah, well, that's why I was starting at
Right.
the beginning.
I was like thinking.
Right,
So
so
over the years, talk us through the Skittle do's.
Ooh. Right.
Without, we can be dishy, but I feel...
So the first one that I can ever remember, hopefully I've got this right in my memory, was we went to Centre Parks, and I wasn't up for the party at that point, but I distinctly remember two people bursting in the bedroom dressed in like these onesies, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? And yeah, that was like my first experience. They were literally like, way, and I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to get some sleep here. So I was well boring the first one. I made up for it. Let's say I made up for it. Like every single Skittle party, I seemed to like wreck my life for about 3 months afterwards.
No.
But that's because they're so much fun.
Yeah.
Like when we went to Ireland, we went on this like magical tour of Dublin, and we were in the Guinness factory. No, we weren't. I was in the Jameson's factory. Got to try like whiskey tasting, tastes like wardrobe. That was my conclusion. Then you'd go to a leprechaun museum. Like you were drunk at this point, like in this leprechaun museum, going, what is going on? Like, and then you'd be in a pub drinking Guinness, and then you go back to the hotel and you'd get ready and you'd go out, and like you literally just, it's a laugh a minute. But they are legendary.
Yeah. Like, we went to Brussels last year, didn't we? As a bit of a nod to Brexit. Well, not a nod to Brexit, like as a let's go out with the bag. Let's go out and try and go somewhere before we end up having to get a visa.
I've ever had.
And
what expectations, by the way?
Well,
but we should say we didn't even know where we were going for ages before. It was like, well, you're not going to find out until you get to the airport. But I think we found out before, didn't we?
Yeah.
But that was the idea.
Well, someone found out, didn't they? Because Jamie run his mouth, and then everyone else found out. But
it's difficult to keep a secret from like 50 plus people, and very, very inquisitive people as well. Like, because it's Rich that organises these.
You want to know what's going on.
It could have been anywhere though, couldn't it? With Rich, like he could have literally picked any random place.
Well, what did we do? We did cocktail making, and then we had lunch, and then we had chocolate making, but we were split into two different groups. So I was in the cocktail making first.
Oh, I wasn't.
Bearing in mind we'd been on a flight and had a fair few alcoholic beverages.
We met at 4 a.m. in the airport as well.
Got straight on the prosecco in the airport. And then having had lunch in between, I was like, I'd had so many drinks and then a massive burger for lunch, and then we did chocolate making, and obviously chocolate making stinks of chocolate. I remember just not even really paying attention, just being stood like hunched over, like I can't do this because it makes me feel sick.
No, I did it the other way, and I think our group did get like the upper hand there.
Well, you guys both did better than me, because I didn't eat my lunch and I didn't make the chocolate making, so that gives you an idea of like my Brussels experience.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
you made it out later though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm there the whole way. Like, so this time around, wherever we go on the Christmas do, and I'm sure it's going to be like another legendary sort of occasion.
Especially after the last year we've had.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely, I'll say this now, you can hold me to it, I am pacing myself.
Okay,
I can't wait to play that to you when you're not pacing.
Yeah,
yourself.
we'll make like an after movie of the Christmas do, and it'll have you pacing yourself.
I will not end up in London Euston Station crying because I've not been allowed to go in the VIP lounge and everyone's left me, which is exactly what happened a few years ago. It was so tight that I've never had a meltdown like it. It was well worth it though. It was so much fun. We did the bullshit tour of London.
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
Funny.
Some guy just walking around London making things up.
Probably.
But I just remember being we stopped by the Scientology, the Church of Scientology, and I'd watched so many documentaries about Scientology. I was stunned by this building. This guy was like going on about some literal facts that didn't exist.
I think I'd low-key hate that. I want the facts to be like rubbish facts, but I'd want them to be real. I don't want to be told lies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what I take everything so literal.
Yeah.
So if someone says to me like, I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then they don't do that tomorrow, I'm like, but why did you not do that though? Like, bottom lip out, but why? Like, Ella, things happen. Like, don't worry about it.
So I think we would like to know like how Skiddle has kind of like shaped your career, and I suppose there's no one really better to help us communicate that Skiddle is made of fans. We like, it's completely like, everyone who works here has an interest in music, really, don't they?
Yeah.
So I suppose you're like the living embodiment.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like, when I think about the life experiences and the places that I've been to, like, that doesn't make sense. The places that I've been to because of Skittle, like, I've been everywhere, here, there, everywhere. I've been to beer festivals and had a proper good time, like Tynedale Beer Festival each year. I love it. Been to Inverness, to Scannet Velodrome, and had a right good time getting up at the crack of dawn, like you're knackered but you're having a good time. Been to Birmingham and been in a green room with Seth Troxler, Eats Everything, Scream, just been like, what the hell is going on? And then I've been over to Ireland as well, like, and then stood on stage when Sven Vath's headlining. Like, I love it. I didn't realise, this is coming from someone as well that initially when they first started working at Skiddle, thinking in their head, how do you make money out of running events? What? Like, that blows my mind. Like, like, I can't wait to like add more experiences to my list, and like I've got this board at home with all like wristbands and stuff that I collect, like a bit of a wristband magpie. So even if it's a shitty one, like that's like just says backstage or whatever, there's a memory behind that.
Totally.
Like the time that I went to Solomon at Printworks, that's the first time I've dropped his name in. I think.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've literally not mentioned him.
He was coming. He was always going to feature. So I went to Printworks Solomon and I was getting pushed and shoved. My mate he'd gone somewhere, which he always does. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. So I went up to a guy at the side of the stage and I just like thought, right, I'm just going to do this. Went up, I said, hello, shook his hand when you could shake hands with people. I said, hiya. I said, my name's Ella. I work for Skiddle. What's your name? And he was like, da-da-da. I said, I'm really sick of being pushed and shoved. And he just pulled out a backstage band, handed it to me, and I just skipped into like backstage and got to see like the end of Solomon's set, and he dropped like one of his tunes called Fantasia. It was just like that. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't do work for Skiddle, and I'm not saying I would go around doing that, but at that moment in that time, like that was just everything. So yeah, it's really cool when you say to people as well, like, oh, I work for Skiddle, and they go, oh, is that Ticket Place? And it's like, yeah, it is.
I think it's got a nice, I think hopefully customers realise how authentic people that work at Skiddle are, because everyone is just like so down to earth, so friendly, and I feel like that is represented in like every team.
Yeah, the like the phrase family gets thrown around, like, and it's true. Like, I'll be messaging Rich at the weekend about like anything, Sarah, you know, and I'll soon be going for drinks with you guys, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll be like inviting myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like I've worked in other companies and they say we're a family, and then like their culture's horrific, or you know, and I'm just like the top, you know, it's just the senior people saying we're a family but don't actually realise what it's like to be on, you know, the less senior position or actually do the day-to-day role. But I suppose you've seen it from the day-to-day role and worked your way up to the senior position, so you've seen it at all different kind of angles. So and it really is truly like a family, isn't it?
But that's everything that comes with a family. Like, you know, no family is perfect. Like, there's, you know, we have our, you know, little things going on, and we work through it, and we're stronger than ever out the other side of it. When I look back and think of like the trials and tribulations, if that's even a phrase that people use in 2021, the times that we've been through together, and we're still here, like we're here to support each other, but at times we can also take chunks out of each other, and that's because like it's like you do that to the ones that you love the most, and that's true of Skiddle, but that's what makes us as well. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's all flipping sparkly emojis and all that all the time, because it's not. But what, would you want it any other way? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a good note to end on.
Yeah.
But we have a question every week.
Yes. So if you were to go out with anyone, anywhere, dead or alive, who and where would it be?
I feel like I know it.
I feel like this is the bit, you know, out of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
When Dumbledore puts his wand to his head and he extracts that memory and you can see it happening right there. This is it, like. So yeah, it's I'd love to party with Solomon, and it would have to be in the place where he does his residency in Ibiza every year. Pasha. It's making me have a frog in my throat.
Let's manifest this. Let's make this happen.
In the VI, not even just the VIP bit, but like the DJ box, which is like €1,000 for an hour or something. But that is my dream. Like, and one day I think I'm going to treat myself to it. And I'm not saying I'll get to party with him, but you know, stranger things
Someone's
have happened.
got to, Ella. Someone's got to.
If you can get backstage.
Yeah.
At Printworks.
I have high hopes.
Very close. I feel like you're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just as another very, very quick story, went to see him in Birmingham, and again managed to get myself by the side of the stage. Friend had gone elsewhere again, and
everyone has that friend that runs off.
Everyone,
don't they?
He knows who he is, and I was like, his manager, he's a grumpy so and so he is, and I was like, oh yeah, and he's like, I need to get this right. So I was like asking the lad that I know from the thing, I was like, ask him if I can go on stage. He's already got another girl up there. He's like, no, you cannot go on stage, but you can have this tequila. He's like, I seen you somewhere. I was like, yeah, basically stalking, mate. Like, just give us a chance. Like, honestly, thanks.
That's hilarious.
So yeah,
Close.
I need to please his manager somehow and get him on side. And I think, you know,
send him some flowers.
I don't know what I need to do.
I know. Suppose we could chuck a few free tickets his way, but I suppose he gets them anyway.
Yeah.
I know, it's going to be
Everything
an
we can
ongoing
offer,
thing.
he can also offer himself that.
Yeah.
We'll find a way, Ella. We'll find a way.
If I got it, I wouldn't want it anyway.
Does
so
he
this
want
is the best thing.
a branded Skiddle tote bag?
Ooh,
Their limited edition.
or a key ring.
Does he want this Skiddle drinks container that I have used for at least 6 months and probably only washed once? I think so.
I think so. That limited edition. I know it's limited edition because I did the orders myself. I only ordered like 50.
Amazing.
Really?
I don't know, like it was a long time ago. That was for the 18th birthday party.
Yeah.
I've got pure Skiddle merchandise at home.
Loads in the. I'm not going to tell you where it is. Someone might rob us.
In the. Well. It's been so good talking to you, Ella.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And I suppose it's not that much different to having your headset on for your phone calls, except we're guaranteed friendly vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not having a refund, sorry.
That's fine.
We'll spend our booking fee credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you taking your time out of
Thank
your busy day.
you for having me. I feel like now I can just retire from Skiddle. Like, why are you just going to hand my resignation in at the end? Like, why are you doing it?
No, you can't do that.
I've completed Skiddle, mate. I've been on the podcast.
Well, yeah, we can't wait to see you back out as well.
Oh, you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Going Out podcast with Skiddle. Don't forget to like, rate and subscribe wherever you hear this podcast.
Thank you.